Hey. What's up? How you doing, humans? That's still too loud, huh? That music. I'm not sure. Or I'm not loud enough, maybe. Test, test. 1, 2. That's definitely loud enough for me. Seems a little excessive here on the music volume. Maybe just a smidgen? I don't know. Yeah, alright. That's too much. It's too much music. Simmer down. Yeah, that's better, I think. Not high enough for this yet? I'm sorry. High enough or not, it's happening. This is just how it goes. That's 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 how it goes. That's just how it goes. Can't believe it's been 10 years since you last streamed. I know, right? The decade-long thingamajigs. Hello to you-know-who. I'll celebrate with crack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold up. More important things are happening. Here we go. Very good. All hail TJ Kirk. Yes, yes, of course, of course. You look like a highwayman. Oh, there's Mr. Naughty Priest. Thank you for the $50. I promise to misappropriate the funds. I promise to do bad things with the money. It's going to be very good. The TJ train waits only for his own high. What does that mean? That's meaningless gibberish. Onion Nuggets requires more frequent visits to the Shapiro zone. Well, you know, I gave us a break on the 2 private ones because I figure that once we go back public, there will be more Shapiro zone. Seems like you guys are very eager to pay us to suffer through Shapiro. And Shapiro does seem to have a unique ability to... I guess it's not a unique ability to trigger Paul, but he has... it's the only thing that's for certain going to trigger Paul. Even if Paul is like, I'm not going to be triggered by this because I don't even care because this guy's just an idiot or whatever the fuck he says. Within 2 or 3 minutes of listening to Ben Shapiro talk, Paul's going to have a fucking meltdown of some kind, you know. So that's always entertaining. And then sometimes Ben Shapiro's so stupid that all of us are going to have a fucking meltdown. It's going to be like, oh my God. And then it's like, we triggered these lefties, guys. Like, yeah, you did. It wasn't like your strength of your arguments. It was just like how stupid you are. That's not a win. Look, they're frustrated with how dumb we are. That means we win somehow. What? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Yeah, you know how it is, though. You know how it is, guys. Do you? Do you know how it is? No, I'm not going to go to the Violent J Heart Problems tour or whatever. Trigger the libs, boy. Trigger them fucking libs, man. That's how it's done. What would you, TJ, what do you think of Biden saying people shouldn't be arrested for drunk driving? What? Where do you say that? Wait, hold on. I haven't heard this. Biden. I'm looking this up. Biden drunk driving. This is boring. Talk about Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is a nice man, and he has a lot of uncontroversial opinions. I don't see nothing about this fucking... I don't see nothing about Joe Biden saying this shit. You lying to me. Look up the video of it. I just fucking Hold up. I just looked it up. It's all bullshit. You're a piece of garbage. I ain't falling for your shit. Go away. I ain't falling for your shit. Go the fuck away. I ain't falling for your shit. So die in hell today. Give me rent. No, you give me rent. Give your rent to me. Everybody knows that. Hold on, I'll try to find it again. You ain't gonna find shit. Because there ain't no shit to find. Did you see Biden arguing in favor of legalizing murder? Hold up, guys. Stop the presses. Finally, Biden is based. That's the most base thing Biden's ever done. Legalize murder. Finally, true freedom. TJ, are you looking forward to the new Lord of the Rings Amazon show? I didn't even like the movies, so I don't really see why I'd like some fucking show on Amazon. You know, probably going to try to end on like a cliffhanger every fucking time, and I don't even care, you know? Are you ready for 40? I'm still a few years away from 40. Or maybe I'm thousands of years away from 40. It depends on how time and space are arranged between now and then. Because, of course, time and space can change depending on a number of factors. At least perceptual time can change depending on a number of factors. I don't know. TJ, are you a neoliberal? Oh, you are a neoliberal, and you know it. Okay, cool. Dope. Yes. I love neoliberalism. I don't like liberalism, and I don't like neo, but I like neoliberalism. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. It's like apart, I hate them. Together, mwah, magnificent. It's fucking just so good. I cum buckets thinking about neoliberalism. What happened to the Drunken Peasants? Last I checked, they are still a podcast that airs. I don't know what nights they air, but I'm sure several times a week. Getting old sucks, TJ. I feel fine. I don't really know. I haven't really detected any major signs of aging, I guess. I've seen a few things. Like I've seen some gray hairs creep into my beard. And I guess, yeah, I don't know. And I haven't really felt much different. Like I have back problems, but I pretty much always did. And honestly, they're maybe even a little better now. Because I have, you know, I'm a little bit less lethargic than I used to be. I'm not exactly living an active lifestyle, but like I do a bit more than I did when I was in my 20s. Long-time watcher, never donated, changing this now. Well, thank you, Captain Piranha. You're very kind. People are generous tonight. This is a fucking night where people are just feeling it. Just feeling like giving some moolah to me for some reason or another. I must have that fucking... Maybe it's because I look homeless. Because people say because this beard makes me look homeless, you know? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like, please say, hey, Penny, you know? Stop rocking. No. I'm always going to rock. Are you ready for 4D? As in like 4 dicks? I don't know. I feel like 4 dicks might be excessive. Well, no. Yeah, 4 dicks is excessive. 4 dicks is excessive. I think it max 3. 3 is good. You know, 3 dicks. Okay, maybe 4 on like a super special occasion, but for the most part, you don't need 4 dicks. You need 3 dicks, or 2, or 1 good one. You know, if you got a really good dick, you just need 1 dick. But you know, if you got some mediocre dicks, you know, what's better? I want to ask you this: those of you out there, as an Asian fan, TJ, I'd like to see your take on cooking with TJ on fried rice. My fried rice recipe is very simple. I don't really excel at fried rice. I kind of combine elements of Asian fried rice and elements of Spanish paella because I like the crispiness of paella. So what I basically do, I used to have a wok, but I got rid of it because I didn't really like the results that I was getting in it. Now maybe it was just a shitty wok. But what I'll do is I'll cook the rice. I basically take day-old fucking rice that's kind of dried out a little bit. I put it in a bowl. I crack an egg or two into it. I stir up the rice and get the egg all up in there. I dump in some soy sauce. I dump in some fish sauce. I throw some onions or something into the oil in the pan, which I use a flat American frying pan, not a traditional wok or whatever the fuck. And I put the rice in there and I stir it around and, whatever I want in there, mushrooms, carrots, peas, whatever the fuck. Peas I'll usually add later because, they'll get too mushy if you put them in right at the beginning. But, you put in whatever the fuck you want into the rice. Usually it's just random shit that I'm like, it's in my fridge and it's like on the cusp of not being usable. So I just throw it in the rice. Rice is a good thing to just throw shit in. So, I cook that up and then, after I stir it for a minute, I just kind of leave it there and let it get a crispy bottom. And then I fucking serve that shit. And that's all the fuck I do. It's real fucking simple. It's not traditional Asian style. It's not really traditional Spanish style. But it's like kind of a little bit of a amalgam, I guess. So that's what I do. I guess we had some people say stuff. Here's to your health, TJ. Just got over COVID myself. Yeah, COVID sucks, but it wasn't that bad for me. It was pretty bad for Chelsea, fortunately. Oh, yeah. What's going on? You guys are a bunch of idiots? Is that happening? I don't know. Aside from Cynic, do you know of anyone else in our office who suffers from schizophrenia? I don't know if he has schizophrenia or not. I can't diagnose him. I don't, there's a lot of drunk peeps in here. Yeah, maybe that's it. A lot of drunks. I'm disappointed. Go for 4D, TJ. See, but the thing about 4 dicks, right? Which is, the most important thing we could possibly talk about 4 dicks is like, what are you gonna do with 4 fucking dicks? Okay. Now, maybe, if you're a girl, maybe it's like a little bit more open, right? Because if you're on all 4s, you fit, the math, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, and then maybe 1 with like your hand, But you got to have the other hand down there, so you can support yourself to be up there doing what you're doing. So, yeah, there's that. Unless you got like an ottoman, maybe, like you got something you're resting on. Then you could do 2 with your hands, 1 with your mouth. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 back there. So 5 max. If you're a dude, how many dicks can you really fit in your ass? Maybe 2 dicks. And then, 1 more in the front. And I guess if you're doing the ottoman thing like I was talking about, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. Yeah, because you get double anal. So I guess it's the same. But you have to be more ambitious with your ass if you're a dude that wants to handle 5 dicks. A chick, she's got more holes to accommodate it. You got to, like, double stuff. So, it's a lot of logistics you got to work out, You got to, like, really be in practice. You got to do stuff like that. And then, honestly, the more dicks you got, like, really, are you giving all of your attention to any one of those dicks, Like, is any of those dicks really having, like, the best night of its life at that point when you got to split your attention between 5 different goddamn dicks? It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. You don't want that. This took an odd turn. This started odd 15 years ago, and it took you 15 years to notice. We believe in you, TJ. Yes. Thank you. I believe in you. Thank you for finally discussing this topic. It was bound to come up eventually, Hey, TJ, are you on sicko mode? Yes. I don't know what that is, but sure. Jordan Peterson said TJ was very good at describing the shadow side of society. What? Jordan Peterson has literally never acknowledged my existence. This is the talk I hope for. Thank you, TJ. Of course. Dumb kid, anytime. Anytime, my friend. Anytime, my brother. I have never considered that instead of 5x divided by 5. Yeah. I mean, look, it's like anything in life. If you don't, maybe you don't like dicks, right? But like, it's the same thing with anything. You know, if you split your attention too much, now it's okay. You know, maybe sometimes you can handle more than one iron in the fire, but like, you split your attention between too many fucking things, and you know, there's bound to be some quality slippage at some point. You know, like you get a little lazy, like you get them 2 dicks in your ass, and then you start to get a little lazy with the dicks you're working with your hands, and you know, I don't know. It all falls apart. You fucking try to juggle too many fucking things at once, dicks or anything else. You know, you gotta pick your poisons. All right. Sicko Mode is a Travis Scott song, your new favorite rapper since he crowd crushed 5 people. Really, he killed them. He went out there in the crowd and was like, die, people. I am a crowd. I will crush them. It's pretty typical shit, you know? Fucking a big mass of dumb humans does something bad, and you guys got to figure out somehow that an individual is to blame for it. That guy up on the stage did it. It was him. No, pretty sure it was the giant crowd of people that crushed those motherfuckers. You know, once again, the collective refuses to take any responsibility for itself. Always blameless, the collective, right? It does everything, and yet it does nothing. Ooh. Yeah, typical fucking diffusal of blame. Oh no, well, we can't fucking blame the fucking writhing sea of stupid humanity for its own bullshit, so we gotta figure out some way that some scapegoat can be found for this, huh? Okay. Travis Scott, that's as good a scapegoat as any, I think. Crowd was only following orders. Yeah. Travis Scott's orders. I demand you kill each other. And you must acknowledge my authority in this matter. I'm an incompetent, lazy IT guy who pretty much does nothing. I put more work into making it look like I do shit. Hire me, TJ. Cool. Yeah, you're on. You're in. You got it. You win. Are you still an atheist? No, I randomly, just a few minutes ago, I was like, you know what? God's real. I decided that, you know, despite there being no evidence for it, I'm just like, you know what? Probably, though. I take this dirty centrist position. Crowd was dumb. Travis did poor job of directing the situation. Travis Scott is a fucking musician and a performer, okay? He is not a crowd safety fucking expert. He is not he's not charged with that task. That is not part of his responsibility. The people who put on the event and concert security, if anybody, should have some accountability. But Travis Scott, no. He's a fucking performer. He has no idea how to fucking manage crowd safety, okay? That's not his fucking job. TJ's a Muslim now. Hell yeah. I've always been a Muslim this whole entire time. Why do you think I'm over here spreading this fucking lie of atheism? I'm trying to send all you motherfuckers to hell. So that, you know, when the Muslim, you know, invasion wave happens, you know, you motherfuckers will all be fucking, you know, damned souls and stuff, and God will fucking be on our side. Travis could have stopped performing and left the stage. Yeah? So what? So what? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So it's really easy to look back on decisions that were made and be like, shoulda did, shoulda. You know, maybe what's obvious to you is not obvious in the chaos of some crazy fucking moment. You know what I mean? The Amazing Islamist. Oh my God, yeah, so much fun. Any comments on the Joe Rogan situation? Joe Rogan is a nice dude. I've talked to Joe Rogan. He's really personable, and he's a cool guy, and I've heard him take a piss, you know? And I was at his show, you know, and both times I went on his show, the first of which is actually one of the ones that was taken down. They took it down over over 100 episodes of his show. They took down the first episode I was in, And it wasn't because of me. It was because I guess Joe actually said the N-word like 20 minutes into it. So, but I don't know. And then, but both times I was in there, this is the most important thing, is both times I did his show, after the show, I remember he took a gigantic piss. And I was standing outside there, and outside of the bathroom, you know, and I could hear him pissing in there. It was just a torrent. It just went on and on and on. He must do that after every show. It seemed like a ritual. And then both times he shot a little pool for like 5 minutes, blathered on, and then he left and did whatever. He struck me as a guy that was just like, next thing, go, do. Like, he just goes from one thing, he does a show, and then he goes and does some other stuff. He's got like a bunch of projects, a bunch of irons in the fire, super go-gettery type of guy. But I heard him take a piss, you know, and now I'm like, he's like super famous. He's part of the national discourse. And I'm like, you know what? That guy that's part of the national discourse, I've heard him take a big, long piss 2 times with my very own ears, you know? And that feels special. So, yeah, my opinion of the Joe Rogan situation is that I heard him take 2 pisses. And it's pretty fun, you know? And I could not, you know, it sounded, I don't know if this is weird to say. This is probably weird to say. I'm going to say it. I guess I'm just like got dicks on the brain or something. But it sound like, from the sound of his piss, it sounded like he had a huge cock. I don't know. Something about the way it echoed, you know, I had that like, you know, dicko location. It's like the way the piss sounds reverberated through the bathroom and shit. It's like, oh, I could you kind of see his dick in your mind's eye, you know, if you got the skill set. I wasn't like lusting after him or nothing, you know, because he's like, you know, he's like this tall, right? Like, his dick is probably bigger than he is. He's that short, you know. There's nothing wrong with being short. It's not like what I'm into, so. Yeah. So to answer your question, Joe Rogan pisses like a racehorse. He's hung like a racehorse, but he stands 3 inches tall. So it's a very confusing anatomy. You can't tell size from that sound. I beg to differ, but, you know, hey, you're entitled to being wrong, and, you know, I'm entitled to being right about everything at all times, and, you know, you're good. You're a good boy. Whatever. It's all good. Sounds like someone pouring out a 5-gallon bucket. No, that's not what I would say it sounded like at all. You know what it sounded like? Here's why I genuinely disagree with you on this. The way the piss sounded, it sounded too, like, Joe Rogan does everything intense, and he pisses intense, right? When he goes to the toilet, he's not one of these guys, like, because you can kind of, like, you know how you can kind of control, like, the, like, pressure with which you piss? When he pisses hardcore. He's like, you know, he puts all of himself into that piss. He's trying to get that into the toilet as soon as fucking possible with maximum pressure. And you could tell just from the pressure that was happening that piss had to travel a certain distance to build up that pressure. You know, that piss was not coming. And you could tell from, like, the height, too, you know? That sounded like piss that was, very close to the water, which that partially has to do with his stature as a dude, but also to do with the length at which the dick is, you know, hanging, and also just, like, the sheer fucking amount of space that it had to build that pressure up. I just feel like, you know, he's hung, man. He's hung, dude. This is serious, man. It's 10 miles long. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Strip the paint off a brick wall. Damn right. His urethra is a power watt. Basically, dude, you know? It probably has different settings. He probably, like, twists the head of his dick and, like, changes it like a fucking shower head, you know? He's got, like, the 4 streams and the one that's, like, you know? Has all those little, like, different fucking settings. Shit. What? Anyway, why am I laughing? Because I'm saying things that are funny? I don't know. Could be that. You know they took your episode off Spotify, TJ? Yeah, it's thanks to you, cynic. It's thanks to you they did that. Well, not you specifically, but your people. Because, you know, Joe Rogan in that episode, about 20 minutes into that fucker, I guess he says the N-word, so that's probably why they took it down. If he is so hung, why does he act the reverse? I don't really feel like he does necessarily. I mean, like, Joe Rogan is like, when I think of a dude that's like really been out of shape about having a small dick, you know, I think of a dude that's like real high strung in like the negative way, where it's like he's just like real like fucking goddamn bullshit. Joe Rogan's not like that. Joe Rogan's like, maybe he's a little high strung in the sense that he's like a go-getter or something, but in terms of like his one-on-one interactions and stuff, he's like a very chill dude to talk to. He's like very disarmingly fucking chill. So I don't really see that at all. Can you tell us about Katrina, knowing you were in Louisiana at the time? Yeah, I don't know. I've talked about it before. I don't really feel like getting into a whole ass Katrina story. I feel like doing more like short, pithy sort of bullshit and just like freeform expression of like my subconscious mind rather than trying to tell some kind of coherent fucking narrative. So no, I don't want to do that right now. Have some money that won't go to Paul. Thank you. All your money should go to me. Oh, but to the person that wanted me to tell the Katrina story but gave $5, thanks for the $5. But yeah, I don't really think that I'm in the mood to tell a story, like a prolonged story like that. So if you want your $5 back, you know where to find me. Smoke weed with Joe? Yes, I did smoke weed with Joe Rogan, yeah. It was fun. But more importantly, I heard him take a piss. Cut Paul out, bro. He's draining the Kirk name. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Baron Guitar. You got the career advice. Yeah, I loved Halloween Kills. There's a lot going on there, you know? Like, I would say watch that movie in a very analytical mindset, and you'll find a lot of stuff, you know? Vince Eager says, can you tell us about the time you heard Joe Rogan pee again? Yeah. So the first time, it was basically the same exact thing both times. Like, there's really no... I wish there was like a variation in the story, because it'd be a better story if like the first time he did this big piss and then the second time there was some variation on it. There was like a twist. Like maybe he took a shit. I don't know. But it's the same story both times. Like both shows, as soon as the show is over, he stands up, he runs to the bathroom. Like clearly he's been holding his piss the whole fucking time he's been talking. He has this like power pressure washer mega piss that sounds like it fucking is like breaking the porcelain almost with its pressure. And then, you know, he comes out and he shoots like pool for a minute and he talks about whatever fucking Joe Rogan talks about. I don't really remember. You know, one thing about Joe Rogan, he's very likable, but he's not very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, he's compelling, like, you know, he is interesting, but he doesn't say anything interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember a goddamn thing Joe Rogan fucking said to me. Like, I don't remember even the conversations we had on the fucking shows. Like, I don't even remember what the fuck I said or what he said. It wasn't like, you know, it was whatever. To me, it was just like another day, but I just happened to be on Joe Rogan. You know, I mean, I guess it was like a little intimidating because of just like the sheer like star power and all that. But like, I wasn't like super like, oh my God, Joe Rogan. Because I never watched Fear Factor and I don't give a fuck about UFC. And I never really watched this podcast. I just knew it was big and he wrote me and he was like, I like you and you should come on my show. And I'm like, well, this is a big fucking show. I guess I should do it. You know? I'd turned down like big shows before. Like I turned down a reality show from like Fox at some point, and I was like, I don't want to fucking be on a goddamn reality show. And Scotty's like, you gotta do it, And I'm like, I ain't doing that. They wanted me to be on the Steve Wilkos show with fucking Onision. I told Onision and the Steve Wilkos show to go fuck themselves. You know, but I'd always found some excuse not to do these bigger media appearances because I'm just like, that's garbage, that's trash. But then when Joe Rogan was like, hey, man, you should come on my show, it's like, well, that's not really trash. I can't really make the same excuse about Joe Rogan. Nowadays, I could make it because people hate Joe Rogan apparently, but at the time, no one was really like gunning for the fucker. So I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. And it was fun, but like I said, I don't really remember fucking shit that the dude said to me. I'm trying to think of a single goddamn solitary sentence. The only thing that comes to mind, honestly, I remember him taking the piss, right? And I remember that he offered me some tincture, right? He offered me this tincture. And he's like, here, have this weed tincture. 1 drop, dude. No, or like 5 drops behind the tongue or 3 or some amount. That'll fuck you up, And I did some of the tincture, and I got to say, the tincture was not shit. Joe Rogan's weed tolerance is not that high. You'd think it'd be way higher. But I was fucking, by the time I left LA, I was fucking taking shots of that goddamn tincture. I was just like, glug, glug, glug with that shit. That wasn't nothing. Now, DMT, he never asked me to do. Now, if he'd asked me to do DMT, that'd have been fucking, that'd have been fun. Did you ever go on the show again? I mean, I feel like I'm talking shit right now almost. Like, I'm not trying to talk shit on Joe Rogan, but I basically just said that the dude had nothing interesting to say. So I'd be afraid to go on his show now because he'd probably pull up this clip and be like, nothing to say, huh? It's like, oh, fuck, man. I was just fooling around. I'm sorry, Joe. You're a nice guy, man. I don't fucking know. I like Joe. He's a nice fucking dude. I just, he's what's the fucking polite way to say something? I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say about it. He's like a, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't have to come out and say it. Damn, I haven't seen TJ in over a decade. Dude looks exactly the same. I do not look. I have a gigantic fucking beard now. I didn't. What? Okay, whatever. He's good at picking guests. Oh yeah, dude, he's a great interviewer. Because he's like the modern Larry King. He does softball fun interviews with people, gets to know the fucking notables of the day and all that, and it's a good concept. She's just spit in his face. I don't want to spit in Joe's fucking face because, like I said, he's a nice dude. I mean, like, I get it. I get why people are fucking upset with the fucking misinformation thing. And I agree that, like, some stuff has been said on his show that's, like, that's really fucking weird to fucking put in the biggest podcast in the fucking country. But, like, if that's what people want to listen to, then, like, what am I going to do? Like, if people are so stupid that they're going to fucking get their information about the pandemic from the fucking Joe Rogan show, like, I don't know what to do for those people. You know what I mean? Like, taking Joe Rogan off the air ain't gonna make those motherfuckers not stupid, right? They're just gonna move on right on down the street to some other dumb shit. Scream 5 was really great, the third best in the series behind 4 and 1. Good commentary on requels and toxic fandoms. Radio Silence did a good job. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sounds great, man. Love your review of Scream 5. TJ, serious question. Is Paul cool in real life? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Paul's cool. He's fun to be around. He's funny. Why is it suddenly apparently no longer acceptable to even reference the N-word in context? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't really think it's that big a deal, honestly, but whatever. People are upset. So you do what you do. You do what you can do within the boundaries of, like, what's allowed. TJ, my favorite DFF episode was the Tournament of Terror. Will you do it again this year? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we kind of did it, Like, I don't know. There's really not many other... We did every iconic horror villain. I don't really feel like redoing it with the same characters. Dumb kid. You should DM me on Twitter, dumb kid. I miss you, man. Haven't talked to you in a minute. I just joined and I see butts. This was not a mistake. Yeah, of course not. Beside the political / social takes you would make back in the day, is there anything you would tell yourself as a creator from 10 years ago if you could? No. When are you gonna mud wrestle Kyle Kalinske? I don't know. As soon as he agrees to it, I guess. Like, I'd do it. I don't give a fuck. I'll mud wrestle him. I'll mud wrestle him fucking naked in the goddamn Superdome. I don't give a shit. Whatever he wants. I don't give a fuck. It'll make money. Wouldn't that make money? Like, people would pay to see that. You know? People seem to be acting more insular with their media consumption. Hell yeah, they do. Any thoughts on Hassan Abi? Or is that Hassanabi? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, I've seen some of his shit. I don't really get. I don't know. I don't get the big deal. It's like sometimes, people make a big deal out of a motherfucker, and then I'll look at him and I'll be like, oh wow, I see why people are saying that. You know, like people were coming to me forever, like, yo, Vosh, you gotta see Vosh. Back before everyone knew who Vosh was. You know, they're trying to put me on to Vosh. And I'm like, fuck Vosh. Vosh can go fuck himself. I didn't even know who Vosh was. I'm just like, I just got tired of hearing his fucking name, you know? And then I was like, fine, I'll check out this fucking Vosh shit. And I watched, like, oh, wow, this guy's actually really articulate. And, you know, I think has an interesting way of speaking. He's very eloquent. He almost talks like he's writing a college paper. And that's pretty impressive. I mean, even if you don't like the fucking guy or think he's fucking trash or whatever the fuck you think about him, you gotta admit he's an eloquent fucking son of a bitch. So I was pretty impressed with that shit. And then, I saw this Hassan motherfucker, and I was like, he's all right, I guess. I don't know. He didn't blow me away as nothing fucking special, but whatever. He must be, because people like him. Just it didn't hit me that way. That's all I'm saying. But hey, I ain't got nothing against the motherfucker. He just didn't entertain me that much. Used to call people who said the N-word childish. Do you still hold the same opinion? Yeah, I think it's silly. I don't know. I mean, look, I say the fucking word, okay? Like, I'm not going to fucking sit here and, like, lie to you and deny that shit. Like, in privacy of my own home, I'll say the fucking word. Never in a racist context. I'm not, like, I'm not, like, a fucking racist redneck about it. But, like, honestly, like, if I need to say the word for an in-context usage, like, if I'm talking about if I say to my wife, like, yeah, Joe Rogan got in trouble for saying I'm not going to say the N-word in the privacy of my own fucking home. I just say the word. Because, like, we both know I'm not fucking racist, so there's no harm in it. So it doesn't really fucking mean anything. And I don't think Joe Rogan ever said it in a racist fucking way either. I get the reason why people are mad about Joe Rogan's anti-vax bullshit, his misinformation that he propagated, and all this weird, stuff that's just like flies in the face of like medical science or like, what's actually sound. I get why people are mad about that, but I really don't get why people are mad about this, like, Joe Rogan's in-context usage of the N-word a million years ago. I don't even think it has anything to do with them actually being upset about it. I think it's just like they feel like they need to get Joe Rogan somehow. Like it would make a statement like, we got him. And it wouldn't make a statement. If it did make a statement, it would just make the statement that would piss a bunch of people off and drive them even further away from your side. I think it's just like terrible optics. If you give a shit about that, I guess I really don't that much. But hey, I'll make whatever argument I need to make. Make a TJ saying the N-word compilation. You probably could. Because, like, off and on my channel, like, I've used the word, so, like, there's definitely been times when I've said it. Rogan is too gullible. If he were around in the 30s, he would have Hitler on. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I know there's, like, crazy people out there in terms of, like, as a white person, I mean, I know if you're a white person watching this, you've probably heard people say some racist shit before, like in private, but I'm not, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about someone who fucking says some genuinely racist shit. I'm talking about someone who uses the N-word in a fucking context where they're talking about the actual word. Fuck, I was looking at the damn... I hate when the fucking stupid YouTube. couldn't see like most of your guys' questions because it was showing me the stupid ass motherfucking top chat instead of the live chat. Yeah, I already talked about this. A no-no word is an easy thing to point to as some cheap way of feeling morally superior. Right. It's like you make a rule that doesn't really have any basis. Like there's nothing. It's just a word, right? It literally is just a word. So you make this like ultra taboo, like don't ever say this word. If you say this word, you're instantly bad. And then someone says it and you're like, well, there you go. They're evil. I've proven it. They broke my fucking stupid taboo. It's like, well, wait, like, that's silly. You can't just make some arbitrary rule and say anyone who breaks this arbitrary rule is instantly bad and then act like it's like an atom bomb whenever anyone does it. It's like, oh my God. Do you watch Humanist Report? Yeah, occasionally. People often say racist shit to me not knowing I'm half black. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, every fucking white person in here has probably heard someone say some racist shit. Because, like, I don't know, there's certain white people that think that every white person is racist. So they're just like, all right, now that we're alone as white people, I just want to say some racist stuff. And I'm just like, that's pretty racist. And they're like, what? I mean, I'm not saying that, but like, you know, Like, okay. Cool. But you are, because you just said some racist shit, so I'm pretty sure you are. Vosh has basically accused Kyle Kalinske of cucking to Russia, and I have to agree. I didn't watch their debate yet, anyway. Maybe I will one of these days. I don't know. You know, we'll see. Like, the future is weird, man. You never know what's going to happen in it. Hey, TJ, I got bit by a raccoon while I was smoking a bowl. What should I do? I don't know. Bite it back. Words kill for generations, TJ. I'm not racist, but Vosh is a hawk. Vosh is not a hawk, dude. That's pretty stupid. I'm more of a hawk than Vosh is, because I'd be way tougher on Russia right now if I was president. So I don't know. If you guys feel like Vosh's position is too hawkish, then you definitely wouldn't like what I would do. How's Queen Chelsea? Chelsea is, I mean, you just, as you said, she's queen. So there you go. Vosh is a neolib who just attacks leftists now. He just has tanky aesthetics. Vosh is anti-tanky, so I don't know. I feel like neolib is now just like every other internet word has become like neolib, noun, someone I don't like. It's like, all right, cool. I'm gay but only watch straight porn. What's up with that? Maybe you're not gay. Maybe you're trans and you need a woman because you want to imagine that you're the woman getting fucked. But you haven't yet accepted that you're trans, and so you think you're gay. Do this. Just like lay on your back and like imagine that you have big tits and a pussy and just like try to like sit there and experience that in your mind. And see if that feels good. And if it does, maybe take it to the next stage. I don't know. Hitler was a neolib. I mean, obviously, everybody's a fucking neolib, man. Since when is TJ a foreign policy expert? Since when are you? What's wrong with what Russia's done? What's wrong with it? I don't know. Like invading other countries, typically, I don't know. I'm anti-imperialist generally. Like, you know, I believe that we should be united under like a one world government and shit. But I also think that, you know, we should fucking do it voluntarily. I don't think there should be like a takeover. What was the misinfo that Joe spread again? He spread misinformation about treatments for COVID and like the efficacy of COVID treatments, and spread some anti-vax shit and spread some false data that was no good. I don't know. I didn't really give that much of a fuck about it, so ask someone who's a little bit more well-versed in if you really care. What do you... Yeah, I'm just not like... I just don't fucking sit around obsessing about Joe Rogan, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's kind of interesting because I've met the guy, but like beyond that, like if I'd never been on Joe Rogan's show, I certainly wouldn't care about this at all. But like the fact that I've been on it makes me kind of care, but not that much. One World Government, you said that with such disdain. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Russia is authoritarian and imperialist. How can anyone support Russia's actions beyond me? I mean, I don't know. Just like there's certain people who just hate the United States, and that's like literally as far as it goes for them. Like, well, is Russia America? No, so Russia's good. You know, enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. I think they just like, they view America as the number one evil in the world, but Russia and China are like basically the same as America. You know, we're just like in the 1984 world, you know, it's like Oceania and the other two. Damn, you're looking amazing. Heart. Thanks, Chelsea. Will you ever go back to get your GED? I already got my GED. It's never done me a fucking lick of good, but I have it somewhere. I don't know. Or at least there's a record that I have it somewhere, maybe. I don't know, but I did get it. Thoughts on Tim Pool? Greatest intellect of our age. Greatest intellect of our age. The way that he predicted this, all the civil wars. So amazing. Like every single civil war, he predicted it. I just graduated coding boot camp. Well, there you go. What are you feuding with Kyle Kalinske about? Nothing that I know of. Your JRE episode was deleted. Go back. Just go back and watch the stream from the beginning. It's all there. It's all there. It's all there. I'm not going to talk about it 20 fucking times. You see the anti-work went private after the disastrous Fox News interview? Yeah, what a bunch of pussies, man. Honestly, the behavior of that subreddit after the interview was way more cringe to me than the interview itself. So, I don't know. The people of that subreddit, like acting like that was like some grave, like death blow delivered to their subreddit was just so stupid. It's like, so you think like your entire like attempt at a labor movement is just thwarted by one bad media appearance? Like what? Are you shitting me? You guys have no balls. I knew you were anti-work, but I didn't know you were anti-fucking balls, bitch. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like over the top fucking overreaction to what happened there. I didn't even think the interview was all that cringy. I mean, it was pretty fucking cringe. I mean, the dude was like looking around and badly lit and on a potato cam and just like whatever else. It didn't look like someone who was like even remotely prepared to present themselves in a mainstream media interview. But hey, it was a terrible appearance. But did it sink everything that the anti-work subreddit's about? No. Seemed like a really, I mean, like, you know, they just overreacted to like what happened. They freaked out a little too much over something that wasn't really worth it. DFF should do a series on revolution. Sky can do Russian, you can do French, and Paul should do American. Maybe. Except the part where one guy decided to represent 2.7 million and didn't take a shower. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, because he's representing 2.7. Like, wait, is the moderator of a subreddit a representative of everyone on that subreddit? Because that's a pretty weird interpretation. Like, just because I'm on a lot of subreddits, I would not look at if the moderator of a subreddit I was on. I mean, hell, I was on the anti-work subreddit. I was on it. I got some spicy memes from it. I looked at some, I fucking pilfered some hot takes from that motherfucker. It was one of my little content places. Like, what's going on here? One of the little things I was keeping my eye on. So I was a member of that subreddit. I wasn't like, oh my God, I was represented poorly in the interview. It never would have occurred to me as like, this represents me or something. Like, it's just stupid. I represent myself. No one else represents me unless I appoint them to that fucking position. So, fuck that. We're a bunch of crybabies. You're a crybaby. Quit being a fucking crybaby, you little bitch. That's like saying I represent you just because you're in my fucking chat room right now. That's stupid. You're a dumbass. Don't be a fucking dumbass. Yeah, the mods don't represent the fucking subreddit, bro. If they fucking Fox News can try as hard as it wants to make it seem like a fucking cringy mod of the subreddit, like, invalidates the subreddit, but it doesn't. But you know what did? When they all fucking just went along and accepted Fox News' narrative that they were sunk. It's like, well, we're fucked now. We were misrepresented. Fuck that guy. It's like, you should have just been like, well, that was cringe, but fuck it, whatever. Movement's bigger than that, so keep on trucking. But no, they decided to be little pussies about it. I don't know. Don't be a little pussy about it. Be a man. Be a goddamn man. Being on Reddit invalidates them all. I kind of agree with that, actually. But I'm on Reddit, too, which is how I know. Here's the thing, though. The fact that you know that means you're on Reddit, too, which makes you invalid. This is actually perfect. Okay, so I actually just went on Reddit because I was like, since we're talking about Reddit, let's see what's going on Reddit. And I went to our subreddit, and this is actually kind of the perfect fucking thing for this whole. This puts a neat little button on this whole this whole Joe Rogan thing that we were talking about earlier. So yeah. Oops. I'll just give you guys a minute to read that. And I guess for those of you who don't want to read it, it's a picture of Joe Rogan. Well, it's a picture of, the whole cliche, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend flossing, right? And then you see Joe Rogan. He's like, the 10th dentist must be on to something. Get him on the podcast. So, yeah. And that's the problem with Joe Rogan. But that's also kind of like what works about Joe Rogan, too. Because, like, if I could hear from any of those dentists, like, I'd much rather hear the fucking rationale of the one who's like, fuck flossing, because that sounds like a crazy dentist. That sounds like an entertaining fucking, even if you don't agree with him, like, he's bound to be the most interesting motherfucking dentist out of the 10. The one that's like, flossing? Pfft, overrated. You expect motherfuckers to spend their whole day on Reddit to act like men? I don't know. I guess not. I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure some of them are women, too. Be a man. I only really say that ironically because, like, I actually kind of hate the idea of, like, there being some, like, predefined, like, this is what it is to be a man. Pretty stupid, honestly. Pretty fucking stupid, if you ask me. But whatever. You didn't ask me, did you? Flossing too aggressively can cause damage. All right. Thanks. Good to know. Good to know. Be non-binary. All right, I am. Boom. It's done. It's done. Song name. This song is called Into the Void. Not a real man till you shit 4 times a day, boy. 1 shit? Pfft, no. 2 shits? Pfft, pussy. 3 shits? All right, maybe I could kind of almost see the respect in you. 4 shits? That's when you're a real man. 5 shits, that's when you're an alpha goddamn male. And I ain't talking no little shits either. Every one of those motherfuckers better be a toilet clogging shit right there. Gotta take 5 big old shits a day. And then you're an alpha male. What mic do you use? This thing here, it's a, I don't know. I can never remember if it's a Rode Procaster or a Rodecaster Pro, because my soundboard and my mic have similar names, but it's one of those two. A nebulous, non-gendered entity that doesn't subscribe to societal constructs. That'd be cool. I think we should all aspire to that. Quit fucking just being some prepackaged series of goddamn things that other people have told you to be. This is what society expects of me. It's like, okay. What do you expect of yourself? Nothing. Boring. Talk about Jimmy Dore. I already did. He's fantastic. He's a fantastic man. Jimmy Dore, baby. Jimmy Dore. If you go non-binary, you can make a top 100 list of how to please you. Yeah. You know the funny thing about that list, if I look back on it in retrospect, like when I read that list, like several of the things I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, if they'd just done a real list of like 8 things, they probably could have had an actually decent list. But instead, they had to pad out the list, add a bunch of nonsense like, you must financially support non-binary people if you see them. You must donate money to non-binary people because they are non-binary. It's like, what? What do I got to do now? I got to give them money just for fucking rejecting the fucking normative genders of society? I ain't doing that. I mean, good for them and all, but like, fuck, that's my money. They ain't doing nothing for me. What have they done for me? Nothing. Fuck them. Fuck them. Eventually I'll find you on OnlyFans. Can you post a link? Sorry, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on an OnlyFans concept. I'm trying to, I'm working the bugs out, you know. I got to find just the right niche for them OnlyFans, you know. I was going to do a small dick supremacy channel, you know, and I was going to have people send in their big dicks, and then I mock them, you know. Because, like, it's all, that's what's in now. You know, small dicks are king. Big dicks, they're out. They're out. They're gone. So, you know, I was going to, like, you know, write fucking scathing reviews of people's big dicks and put them in their place. I would become non-binary if people gave me enough money. I mean, sure, fuck, who wouldn't? Because you don't even have to do anything to be non-binary. You just say you're non-binary. It's easy. Oh, yeah, I'm non-binary as fuck. Give me some money. As long as it doesn't involve bananas. I mean, that'd be like the best. That'd be, if I was legitimately going to start one, that would be the best thing to do. Because, like, that's, like, the most famous thing I've ever done. So, you know, just like, I'd have one where I just cram different, like, fruits and vegetables up my ass every week. It's like a new thing. Like, let's see what happens when I try to shove this food item up my ass. And people would be like, whoa, that's crazy. You know? You see the film Ready or Not? Nope. Ain't seen it. Ain't heard of it. Don't care about it. Maybe I care about it. I don't know. Maybe I'd care if I knew a thing, but I don't. Thanks, generic T-girl. Can I get a demonstration of the small dick supremacy? Yeah, for $20. If you send me $20 and a picture of your big dick, then, you know, I'll mock it for you. You know. But you already had an OnlyFans. I mean, you know, I have tons of them, right? Several. But, you know. What do you suppose the psychology of the person who would sub to that OnlyFans? Which one? The one where I shove different fruits up my ass? It'd be a mix. It'd be a grab bag. Or wait, are you talking about the one where I mock dudes with big dicks? I don't know. I don't know if anyone would join that. Especially think your bathtub scene is better than the banana hype. I mean, yeah, I really filled that tub pretty good. So, yeah, I'd have to say that was a classic. Classic moment. La da 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 bum 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 bum. You sure it's small? Maybe it only looks small because you're fat and tall. That's a good point. I mean, I guess. Red right hand, baby. I guess, damn it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? Who gives anything? Anything at anything and anything. Whereas Daddy TJ been? He's been, you know, out there in the world, destroying people, destroying their dreams, smashing their faces with rocks. You know how it is? You know what I'm saying? Now this is what I call content. Hey, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes the motherfucking shit lags behind, all right? Sometimes no one says anything interesting and I got nothing to fucking say and it just becomes a la da 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 da. And you just gotta wait until something fucking happens again. I don't know what to fucking tell you, bro. I don't know what to fucking tell you, okay? This is a fucking loose, informal, talking to the chat kind of stream, and it's not always goddamn interesting. There's some nuggets of good stuff to be found, but, you know, by and large, it's just a dude yammering and trying to fucking keep his gums flapping, you know? That's it. The atheism debate is dead. The people under the age of 35 aren't. Yeah, I mean, like, religion's fucked. Whatever. Religion ain't gonna fucking make it. Okay, it's on its last legs. You know, maybe there'd be some resurgence, but it ain't happening now, so I ain't too worried about it. TJ convinced Kyle Kalinske to leak his own dick pic in a solidarity with the oppressed people of the world. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Kyle, you should probably do that. That's true. You could help the world. Only dummies are religious. Thanks, Chelsea. Isn't Trump / MAGA the new religion? Nah, it's more like the dying fucking gasp. It's a bunch of bullshit. Well, I guess we'll see. Because the fucking listlessness of Joe Biden as president might actually lead to a resurgence in Trump. But I guess we'll see. I happen to think there's enough Trump hatred to still, you know, make it pretty hard for him to win another election, but Biden is so underwhelming that it's kind of like, what do you even do? I think people would, I don't know. I feel like most people probably don't want to just bounce right back to the same dude again. It just feels like meh. I know there's some Republicans who are like, Trump, but I feel like most people who are not like hardcore Trumpies don't really want that again. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hello, Billy Bitch Cakes. I don't know if you're talking to me or what, but thanks for the money. Make some videos attacking astrology and witchcraft and shit. Yeah, people who believe in fairies and stuff like that. That might be funny. I made some chicken wings earlier, and I feel like I got a piece of one stuck in my fucking teeth. I mean, ain't that a goddamn thing, man? La 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 la. Well, I feel like I know I've only been doing this for like an hour and stuff, but I feel like it's kind of like run out. I feel like we had a pretty good start, but I feel like it's really starting to lag into just like blah blah blah, sort of empty, boring shit. So I'm just gonna fucking cut my losses and go at this point, I think. But, you know, I don't know. We had a pretty good fucking little run of this. I think the Joe Rogan pissing thing was probably the highlight for me. But you guys let me know what you thought was the best shit down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll pop back in relatively soon, I'm sure. Maybe I'll pop in tomorrow after I shoot some videos. I am working on some video scripts right now. I have, because you guys are like following me on this channel, I'll let you know. I have a couple videos I'm doing over on the Amazing Atheist channel, which I've been kind of neglecting lately, as you guys probably know. I will be making a video about how culture is bullshit. I'll be making a video about bimbos. You know, you guys like bimbos, like, you know what I'm talking about. And then George Carlin. I'm going to make a video about George Carlin and how the right wing continues to try to co-opt him and try to act like George Carlin was some kind of fucking like right winger who was on their side. And it's total bullshit, and I'm going to prove it definitively once and for all so that this argument never has to be made again. And if it is, you can just point to my video and be like, here you go, dipshit. You're wrong. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Love each and every one of you, except for you, and... No, I guess you're all right. Bye.